Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Thursday, and it is time to get right back into one of my favorites of all time, The Boys. And you know I'm getting into it with none other than the queen herself, Queen May A. Cave. What's happening?
What's going on, bruv? What's going on? We're here in this for another episode of Homelander shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Oh, shenanigans and tomfoolery indeed. We're about to talk about it. The Boys Season 4, Episode 6. This one's just called Dirty Business. And we open seeing Smears in bad shape. And I'm like still wondering, like, how did he not bleed to death? Butcher cut off his entire freaking leg. He's not a soup. How did he not bleed to death?
I think Butcher would have enough training, and also he would know. I think being a scientist, all you gotta do is cauterize that wound. It's actually not. It's not that hard to survive that.
Oh man, really? That
You
just
put some fire on that, and that's not an expression. I mean literal fire. You burn it so that forces the body to make a scab.
Where did he get that big and that hot of a fire to do that on that quick of a timeline? I mean, that is just insane.
I don't know that it takes that much.
Wow, it must not.
The human body is more resilient. Yeah, the human body is more resilient than a lot of folks know.
Yeah, he found a way. What's up, Celebrity Bikini? I see you out there. Oh, getting into the boys.
What's good, Jake?
Butcher tells him he has a week to make a new virus, and it needs to be strong enough to take out Homelander. Is Samir going to make it out of this alive? Because if he does, Victoria finds out what Butcher did. She's going to make it rain Butcher blood.
Child, look, and I can't even hold her on that one. If he goes poof, then I think Butcher should stop worrying about that V cancer that's in his brain right now, and bro, just take the hit. Just leave before she comes to get you.
What about on another note, if he finds out and get something over, then he needs her help and he needs to make her help him. The way she explodes heads, could she explode the thing that's inside him?
You know, that's a good question. I have not thought about it like that. And it's interesting. From everything that we've seen, especially in this season, she might be able to completely pinpoint the pop like that. But I don't know. I wouldn't put it past her to be able to do it. But that's very interesting. I like that.
Or if she doesn't, we know that there's somebody else that's being held at Vought in the Vought jail cells that absolutely knows how to manipulate blood and do some things.
100%. That would be amazing. Honestly, I think that would actually be something cool.
Absolutely get her out of there, and she's actually the one who's able to save Butcher by manipulating the blood and pulling that out of it and pulling it out of him some way. And if they do, I'm sure they're going to pull it out in the most gruesome, spectacular way ever. So.
Of course. I mean, like the safe way, the logical way I think me and you would look at it is transfer it, and use the blood flow, transfer it to a not extremely vital part of his body, like the arm or the leg fat or whatever, and then do the surgery there, pull it out from that.
It's coming out of nostrils or eyes or something.
Yeah, or it's just gonna split his whole head open. One of the two.
It'll be amazing. While on tour and spreading his father's ashes, and a friend of Firecracker yells out to Starlight, "Abortion is murder," and Huey tells him to F off, and Starlight yells at him. Like, I've been wondering lately, like, how sick a twist would that be if we find out like Starlight really had the abortion because it wasn't Petite Huey's?
Whose would it be?
I don't know, but somebody that she didn't want to have a baby with. I don't know. That's crazy.
That would be crazy, but I don't see how that could happen. Is her like super light power on the fritz right now? Yes, but she still has the super strength. So I don't know that she would be able to get caught up in that.
Wow, that'd be wild.
But pills are a thing. Maybe. That's an interesting thought.
Yeah, I do believe so. As far as I know, I believe season 2 has already been greenlit, as far as I know. Because the season 1 was such a huge hit of Gen V.
Season 2, I'm fairly certain it's already been greenlit.
I think I already heard.
Pretty sure I read that. Yeah.
Oh, but that's wild. How much longer are we going to be without my guy Frenchie? Because sooner than later, like, we have to break him out, and better yet, like, get another. I think and this is, of course, I've already seen the next episode now when I was writing this, and I was like, is he probably just going to get another presidential pardon? And then, like, he still feels like he won't even let I mean, he won't even. He's in his fields and won't let Kimono or Kamiko visit right now. So, what's going to happen with our guy Frenchie? But then we
Yeah,
get
right. So not taking into account what's coming. At this moment here, I think actually having so what is his name? Samir.
Samir.
I think having him, that's kind of like the breadcrumb that they are going to need a master chemist in that. So somehow or another, Frenchie would absolutely need to come back to the game. And I think Samid being there, that's kind of the breadcrumb for it.
And I know all of us have already seen the next episode, so we can just go ahead and bank it. Called it.
For sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we big brain around here.
Oh yeah. Well, of course they wasted no time. Like Cameron Cole's news anchor chair and they filled his seat with none other than Firecracker herself. And I mean, is this not the perfect like comparison to what happens in real life? And I think I know another news station that they're banking this whole thing off of, and it just I don't know, the whole thing cracks me up.
Yeah, it's very telling. That is one thing that the boys have been very good at doing, especially with this season, in paralleling the real world politics. I like it.
It cracks me up. And I get Mother's Milk like needs some meditation time, but he had to know that headquarters was not the time or the place to do it. Like, come on, man, we got too much going on here.
If you're there, you should just treat it like a war room at all times. We are always planning and getting ready to go get some shit to execute.
Always, I'm like, how are you even going to get irritated? Like, you know, something's going to bother you. But I mean, this is
exactly
just not the space for this. And then A-Train calls in tripping, telling him like all the crazy shit that Homelander's been up to, and says they're going to kill me. I got to quit. And I mean, I get it, and that's not helping my man's nerves either. Like,
not at all. No, I mean more than anything. I feel like maybe Huey might have him beat, but more than anything, it's always about protecting his family with Mother's Milk, and I totally feel him on that.
When Annie and Huey show up, Mother's Milk tell them that they have to sneak into an alt-right party to see what Homelander's up to because it's getting deep. And Annie says like that with all that's been going on with his dad, maybe Huey should sit this one out, but he insists that he's fine and this is exactly what he needs to do. We find out that
if that girl was not prophetic in that argument, but Huey, baby boy, start listening more to your girlfriend, okay?
Yeah, exactly. They always know. What's up, Mandolin? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back. Oh man, that is crazy. Who's not fine by any stretch of the means is Mother's Milk. When they go to see Web Weaver and Mother's Milk like gives them the so-called free shot for being a good CI, like, oh my god.
Bruh, I have questions. I have questions because I'm sorry. Okay, you know you're my dude, and I get it. This is an uncomfortable trade for information that you have to make. However, how do you mistake where you tried to put the thing for a butt? I understand it's crinkled just the same, but whose asshole is right there though?
He wasn't looking. He was just
bruh. See, that's
braille and it went in.
My god. This is all. No, it's, you know what? No, it's not almost. I think this is worse than what the fuck was it? The hero-gasm something or other episode. I feel like this is worse than that. It starts off with us literally in the shits.
Yeah.
No gracias.
I mean, you already know that it's a dose to knock this man out, but it relaxed him a bit too much, a little too fast.
A little bit.
Yeah, when he threw that wad all over Eminem's face, I was like, this show just get you a line stepper.
I gagged. I literally gagged. Right, you don't step over the line habitually.
Every time. When Huey came in asking if he wants some Pharrell, I was dying. Like, M couldn't even answer.
Look,
just shaking his head like, oh my God, get that over here now.
You would need to have a whole pool full of Purell for me to cleanse myself. The waters of Lake Minnetonka would not be enough.
Yeah, like you said, there's not enough Purell in the world to get that. That is just so wrong.
Nasty.
What are you still doing there, my man? Like, get in, get out. Like, you are in the wrong area at the wrong time.
You didn't even have to be standing back there. You could have been standing to the side. This is not a hard thing to do, MM. Come on, man.
You kind of had that one coming. What's up, John? Good to see you. Good to see you.
That John boy in there.
dreams, bitch. Absolutely.
Haymaker was going exactly, and that's exactly what we and the ladies talked about it too. What did the five fingers say to the face?
Oh my god! Out at the party, Homelander and the Seven show up, and Tech Knight's like all pumping him up. Like, why was Homelander being such a dick to him? Like, this party, this guy's throwing this party for you, and Homelander's still just shitting all over him.
Because he is the most epic of narcissists in this story. He has like the most severe main character syndrome ever. No matter what is going down, no matter how he very clearly is just trying to use people for their resources, it doesn't matter. He thinks he's all powerful.
I mean, which he is, but I mean, come on, you got to get along. I mean, it's gonna be an empty, like, lonely place if you're out there all by yourself. Like, you gotta have somebody.
At least try to be personable. Like see, and this is why I can't give him no breaks. I cannot give him no breaks. Just like I forget who it was we were talking about in the previous episode, but we're in season 4. That same things apply. You can't be doing this bullshit. You called this woman in here because Sage always calls you on your bullshit and then gives you a better plan. But here you are being ridiculous. Again, not learning your damn lessons.
When it's wet and with the right speed, accidents happen. However, I feel like the writers are just going for the most outrageous things now for shock and actually want to. Oh, like habitual line steppers.
I mean,
habitual line steppers.
I don't know that I can say it's the show. That this is very close to what happens on the page in the comic.
I mean, yeah,
they're being semi-accurate to the story.
They're trying to always outdo the last thing. Like, you always do need to take it to that next level. But I mean, the ASMR of it all, it's just
bro. Oh, wait until you get into yeah, it gets worse with that dude.
Oh my god. But yeah, he just basically comes in calling him a little bitch, saying he's pathetic and he can't even fly. Like, it seemed Tech like put this party on for you. Like, odd for you to treat him that way. That's just kind of crazy. I mean, he is a narcissist, but that's crazy.
Homeland don't give a fuck.
How bad did A-Train just want to drag Tech across the concrete when he was talking all that shit in front of him?
Yo.
Oh my god. It must have taken everything he had to just sit there and smile. I guess we'll never know.
Dude. Okay, no, see, first of all, we would know. We would know, you little bitch, because they would not be able to catch me. I don't care what you think or what tools you had. That would just not be happening. Furthermore, I think is the moment I would look at Homelander and say, hey, yo, boss, we only really need like his money, right? Not him, right? It's Vought. They know good hackers. They can jack that shit. Kill him. Not sorry.
Yeah, unbelievable. Didn't you just know as soon as it was like Huey that was supposed to sneak into the party that this plan had zero chances of working?
Bruh. The minute he said, what was that he said? It smelled like, look, some like hot sweating or something other sexual disgusting smell.
Right, yeah.
But if the soup smells like that, baby, again, Annie told you should sit this one out, baby. Maybe you should have sat this one out, because then y'all would have came up with a better plan than this dumb shit. Huey was not ready for this level.
Oh no! And then he about shits when he gets there and sees that the 7 is already there. It's like, oh.
Dude. And that should have been an abort mission. I don't understand. Nobody knew you were there. You had the mask on. You could have just said, fuck this, and walked back out. Nobody would have thought nothing.
Right. Tech says he's gladly fine to have met him, and he hopes that this works out and he can become his sidekick. He then gives him a tour of the home, and I gotta say, the little hidden Batcave door that opened by pulling the book down was a nice little homage.
Classic. Yes, I did like that.
But what I didn't understand was he says it's glad to finally meet you. So how did he know about any safe words later on if they had just met?
This is a thing. I'm glad you caught that, because that's one of those tidbits that's just always out in the air. Like, it seems like a throwaway thing, but it's sus, because you said, yeah, like y'all have never met. Why would you know what this man's safe word is? That don't make sense. Like, if y'all be role playing, cool, but we didn't get any breadcrumbs to show that.
We'll just take it as they were emailing each other back and forth, and that just came up in the email or some shit or whatever.
I mean, the two of them, I wouldn't put it past them, because also, how does he know that German chocolate cake is his favorite cake?
Right, exactly. So yeah, we'll just put it up. These are the details in the grinder or whatever that came up. Maybe he couldn't breathe. Mask was a symbol of him accepting his truth and power in himself, the power that would be, the world expects. How about that? Taking it to another level.
Wait, who is that referencing? Who is the
Webweaver, I believe.
Maybe he couldn't breathe. Webweaver?
Truth and his power and himself, the power the world expects. Taking the mask is a huge symbolic movement, despite a fear word. Oh, I guess he's talking about Huey.
Yeah, it's absolutely not that deep with the boys. It was literally for the disguise for him to get in unseen. That's it.
Of course, when they get down to the room, it's a little different than any Batcave we've ever seen. Like,
bro, I wish I could say it was the Batcave, because Bruce Wayne did not approve this shit.
No, instant fear. I'd about to be like, hey, let's get back to the party. I'm not. The site is not for me.
It's already a motherfucker chained to the wall with the ball gag. No, sir, I am in the wrong area. This is not the side quest I signed up for. I will be exiting the game now.
Not now, but right now.
Immediately.
She said, "You know me, I am deep." Oh man, speaking of deep, him and the Black Noir, like the Black Noir vents to him that he doesn't get this role and he's over it. He's ready to just quit the Seven. Did he really think like Homelander's just gonna let him up and walk away?
I don't know what he's thinking, honestly. But
I think he is thinking.
It seemed well, actually, you know what? Considering where they got him from, this is probably one of his first gigs. So he doesn't really know the etiquette on that level yet. He kind of got seen that he could, that he could fit the bill. So put this mask on, do what I tell you, don't say shit, more importantly, and then you'll get a check. That's it. So yeah, I think he is just in there on ridiculous shit, and because of who he is, it gets more ridiculous in the story.
Speaking of ridiculous, like what kind of pep talk was that Deep was trying to kill? Violence is power.
Look, no one ever accused Deep of being smart.
Oh my god.
That he literally is the dumbest asshole on that team.
Ambrosius said he was smart.
But she was just trying to get laid.
And I get that Annie was like worried for Huey's safety, but Mother's Milk was right. Like, you definitely did not want to blow his cover at this point. What are you just going to go barging right in? What are you going to do? Like she said, Homelander, Newman, A-Train, Sage, they all there. What is she going to do just walking right in? She doesn't. Your powers aren't even working right.
Not a damn thing. Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Everybody killed.
If she had speedster powers, then she might have had a chance, because she could have rushed in just like A-Train, snatched him, and went out the back door. Actually, no, she wouldn't even have to go to the back door. Just run out the front, because nobody would have seen her. But you don't have that, Annie. And you don't have your super starlight activated, so you can't even blind the whole room for a little bit while Huey jumps out the door and then you fly away. That was the dumbest plan. But I did agree with her, though. Extraction was absolutely needed.
Yeah, I mean, you're worried for his safety, but I mean, you're taking a pretty big risk going in here in the first place. But yeah, I'm just going in. Like, that was nuts. I was like, let's get some kind of plan here.
Right, be smart a little bit, please.
Like, she convinces Mother's Milk they need to get in there and save Huey of the chance that he might be in trouble. Like, oh my god.
I mean, she was right. Insane. Yeah, he absolutely needs help. But again, that's I gotta say, Huey, you can't be doing all these things. I know you want to impress your superhero girlfriend, and you don't want to feel like you always have to depend on her, but this ain't it, bro. Come on, baby cousin. Look, I'm AK trying to help you. All right, this ain't it.
Kamiko breaks into the home but drops her phone. I feel like that's going to come back and bite her later at some point. Like, that's got to be brought back up, because they kind of showed it falling. And then Annie just straight up gets caught instantly by Firecracker, but luckily she's able to drug her before she yelled out. But before she did, she apologized to her for like all the mean things she did and said that to her, but when she was a mean teen. You think she believed it, or do you think she meant that?
Oh yeah, I absolutely think she meant it. Like this whole season with Annie has been about her trying to really battle these demons of her past, and also with the abortion and having that outed, all of that culminating into one thing. That's why her powers aren't working. Her emotions are too out of whack. So here, I think she absolutely read herself correctly. Like, when we say, he got read for filth, she read herself for filth and owned up to it. And Firecracker saw how genuine she was, and she was like, no. You're not gonna give me your logical, actual changing the way you did shit and taking accountability for your actions and apologizing. I don't accept that because it's Firecracker. Why the fuck would she? What I will say though is, Annie, if you've learned anything thus far, again, it's season 4. Why did you not walk in there with everything on record? You have a security system in your pocket. You could have got that shit on record. Do you know what the fuck they could have did with that to clear her name so quickly with this bitch? Like, come on, Annie, you slipping on your pimping. I don't like it.
Be better. Victoria's having so much fun at this party that she's thinking about popping her own head, but Sage gives her a little pep talk.
Can you blame her?
Oh,
can you blame her?
No, she's having as much fun as A-Train is in this place. She's like, get me the hell up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not fired up is poor little Huey down there in the tech cave. Like,
Lord Jesus.
Oh my God. Also, one not fired up again was me with all this ASMR. Like, did we need to hear every little squish and turn amped up to 11? Like, come on.
Look. See, I feel every time I watch some of these things, I feel like the West Indian in me coming out. Like, Huey, hey, go and rest your ass.
Oh, he did write in some
Take
German
one costume and carry your fucking legs up and out the damn door.
Oh, he was stuck. Right?
Huey was not ready.
No.
This is why you can't send this kid on the away missions like that. Every time you do, shit gets fucked up.
Oh, and speaking of turned up and who was ready, the elevator door opens up and it is none other than our girl Ashley who walks out. Ooh, she is on it. She's another one on a whole other level this season.
Wait, okay. So a couple seconds before that, though, that exchange with Sage. Sage tried to tell her, bitch, you wasn't invited to the company meeting. She was like, and this is the one really big up that Ashley did have for this whole season till now. Look here, bitch. Me and Tech, that dude over there, we go way back, motherfucker. He called and told me to come personally. So fuck you.
Exactly.
And then she walked off.
You ain't got nothing to say to me. Then back in the barn, like Butcher's still not feeling so hot. Joe tries to tell him like a story to pump him up and make him feel better, but I don't know. We'll see. Like, is Butcher he seems like he's getting worse by the second.
Absolutely. Not even by the second. That's too slow. But by like the millisecond.
Yeah,
the shit is getting worse. And I will say, I did have a latent thought about what might be going on with Homeboy. And the payoff on that was great. We'll get to it when we get to it, though.
No, I feel it. Because now we're switching back to the tech cave, and Ashley is in high form. I mean, and frankly, like, I think it was Petite Huey's lucky day. Like, his first torture, and it's basically just getting his toes tickled. Like, it could have been so much worse.
Mean, no, okay, you're underestimating what prolonged tickling can actually do to the body. It's not funny, and the only reason you laugh when that happens is because that's just how the body is designed. On most people, you get those nerves tickled, as they say, and then it sparks a laughter. But I actually know people that can't stand tickling because when they were kids, people took the shit too far. Not on any abuse thing, not at all, but just because they don't like tickling. Because stop when I asked you not to do that. It's absurd. So here, I don't know. I think it's still torturous, but we got a glimpse of Ashley in her Dom persona last episode, I think. So to see where she is here, and clearly her and Tech have done this many times before. I don't know.
Oh, poor Huey hears that there's actually a safe word, and he instantly just starts shouting out random words, trying to figure it out. Like, who is writing these scenes? I was dying. He's like, oh,
It was absurd. It really was. But it was funny to try to see how he worked through that. He did at least keep his wits about him as much as he could to try to just, I just like saying random shit when I'm turned on. So
yeah,
it helps.
He did what he could. Firecracker's all but hurt again because they won't give her a seat at the grown folks table. Like you said, she's just upstairs wiping away her tears. And when she runs into Starlight, like again, that's just all made me think, was this apology genuine? And did you think that if she wouldn't have got stuck, that maybe, just maybe, Firecracker was ready to forgive just a little portion of it, or was she just too far gone?
To herself, perhaps it would have gone that way, because no, she was actually intaking that, and I think you could tell from the look on her face, she could see, staring in the eye, that she was very genuine in what she was saying to her. But because of her persona and what is needed to keep people driving in that angry state towards her and Homelander, she never would have admitted that publicly, which is why I said, Annie, you should have had your damn phone on record before you went into the fucking house.
Exactly. For real, I was about to say he's a tickle. But truly, it's on another level. Depends on how you do it. I actually tickle with it not touching you and have the emotions, but make people feel the phantom tickle. Oh, the phantom tickle is real.
Yeah. That is an actual thing. Chantal, Sean Princess, Wagwan, brethren, Wagwan.
Oh, welcome. Glad you're here. He's like, Annie, you okay? Sick parody singing in Michael's voice. Downstairs, Ashley is
cool points for whoever said that.
Oh man. As if we hadn't witnessed enough, like the snail trail she ends up wiping up Huey's mask was above and beyond. Like, is there no limit to where this show's not going this episode?
No, there isn't. And honestly, I feel like if I had not had some of the experiences that I've had with women, I would not have thought that shit was real. But nah, it'd be some gushers out there, and I felt for my boy, because the fucking headgear already stank of disgusting lewdness and sexual things, and then she did that. Like, it looked like, you remember, like the clear hair gel all the girls would use, make them like shiny ass for dips in the hair. That is exactly what that shit looked like. Like, Ashley, boo boo, are you okay? Because the way your shit was looking, it didn't look normal, baby. It looked a little tainted. I think you should go get that checked out.
So Tech Knight, being almost as smart as Sage, of course, figures out that Petite Huey is not at all a web weaver. And just when I thought we had reached the bottom of the show, it said,
nope.
Hold my hole maker.
Psych!
Oh my God. Dude, when Tech discovers, like, Huey, he says he can't wait to tell the others and score some major points. But first, he's bored with the same old, same old. He's ready to create a new hole in Huey so he can, fuck it. What the hell? I'm just like, are you kidding me with this show?
Just the level of depravity with this dude. And mind you, see, this actually, now that I'm remembering, this actually is basically the ultimate little entitled brat that grew up with nobody checking him on random fuck shit. And he has disposable wealth left and right. And this is what you get when that happens. Who raised him? The old butler that he was yelling at because his parents died when he was a kid. He is a trust fund nepo baby that is disgusting on all levels.
Oh yeah, 100%. Eminem and Kamiko find the study, but Sage is there, and she tries to outsmart Mother's Milk to get to the alarm, but he blasts her right in that big old brain. Now we know it'll just grow back, but what happens to the bullet inside? Does the brain just grow around it, or does it stay in there?
Okay, well, see, if I'm remembering correctly, he shot her from not that far of a distance. Like, it wasn't in straight point blank range right in front of her, but he was close enough. I think it was a through and through.
You think it went all the way to her head? No, because Homelander had to go and walk to the other side later to see that she had been shot. So it didn't come all the way.
Yeah. When she was holding the tissue up to her forehead. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like her brain would just push that out, because how else would she actually be able to retain her intelligence and go back to doing exactly what she had set out to do? it doesn't make any sense that her brain wouldn't kick it out. If it was in there, it would definitely be causing problems still.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just crazy. I don't know why. That's just the first thing I thought of.
No. I mean, when it comes to these soups, we never know what random shit is going to happen. So yeah, it's valid to point it out.
Poor Kamiko, no Frenchie. Mother's milk just like falls out in the middle of the job. Like she must truly be feeling all alone right about now. Like, but she thinks quick and gets A-Train attention to come and help. And that was pretty good thinking. But my girl, like, she is out on an island right now by herself.
She is sadly. And I mean, like we saw from last season, you know, her and Annie are definitely deep on their level of girl power friendship, but Annie's busy. So like you said, like you know, petite Huey, he got shit going on with his pops. Frenchie, he's on some other bullshit in his feelings, and I understand why, but still, Frenchie does some bullshit. Definitely has way more shit going on. He's fighting a battle on 2 different fronts, really. So yeah, you got Kimiko, who literally is the rock. Literally, because if you come up against her, you're going up against some rocks to your face. And she is out there by herself. She's literally the only one right now that, even though she's had tiny hints of her side quest stuff, she's the only one that still kept her head in the game. She's not been overly distracted. And even the one time, like when she got drunk to cope, she was still functioning to get the job done on her part. So yeah, I felt a lot for her in this episode and what's coming, because we'll talk about that next week. But what's coming is
brutal,
crazy.
Downstairs, Huey is just going through it. Like, time is rapidly running out, and it was looking like he may actually be receiving another hole. And I don't know. Did you think that was it for him? Did you think he was going to catch one?
No, because it's episode 6. No one of importance was going to be offed in episode 6. Now, if it was episode 7 where this was happening, I might have some concern, because the penultimate episode, usually on shows like this, somebody do die. But no, I figured he would get rescued. I just didn't know when. And I was very worried that it would not be before he was actually officially violated in that form. Because, you know, putting a drill in somebody's abdomen or their leg or something, I get it. Still horrific. Don't get me wrong. Still horrific. But if the actual sexual assault would have happened, that would have been like the super bad thing.
Oh yeah,
I was very worried for petite Huey on that.
That's
level.
what I was asking, because I didn't think he was going to die, but I was like, was he going to catch another hole before they got to him? And I was a little worried for him. He had that knife real close to the belly button, ready to go. And I mean, can you imagine? Oh my god.
I cannot. It's scary. No, thank you.
Upstairs, Sage had made her way back to the party, and Homelander sees she is in no shape to deliver the plans of the high treason. He's in a spot, but he just figures he'll spin the story himself, and that goes over about exactly as great as you think.
Exactly.
Like,
he can't do shit without. And this is
the
failure of He always thinks he's smarter than everyone. Like, you brought the smartest person in the world into your operation to help you, because you knew she was not going to be a yes man, like you keep saying you don't want around you. But then when you get yet another yes man, problems start to emerge, and you don't want her around anymore. And this is where it starts.
Right here, more and more. We got Jake saying Kamiko's his favorite character. What about you? You have a favorite character?
I like him. Well, that obviously on screen thus far, Maeve has been my favorite character. She is not in this season, so I don't know that I've picked a fave in this season yet. I have to think about that. Ask me in the next stream.
It's not multiplier.
But no. Actually, hold on. 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I need to step away really quick.
No problem.
BRB.
But yeah, that's a tough one. I think it's just a culmination. I still love The Boys. I mean, it is. Yeah, it always makes you hinge and cringe. But yeah, I'm here for it. And yeah, when somebody asked me who my favorite character was, like, it used to be Mother's Milk, but he's been on one this season, so I don't know who I could say is my like. I just love the show as a whole. As far as a favorite character goes, just the show itself is definitely would be my favorite, because I don't know if like a favorite per se, but as a whole, the whole culmination is amazing. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Homelander thinks he's just gonna blaze right through and blase blah whoopty whoop through these billionaires, and like they just swoon and fall in line. And as expected, he just falls flat on his face. And then of course turns to Sage, like hoping to get bailed out, but you saw that situation before you opened your mouth. Like that door is closed. Bruh. What are you thinking? Bruh.
First of all, see again, this is the problem with Homelander. You are not smart. You are not smart, dude. It takes more planning. These things that you're trying to do are very delicate. Like you have to master how you're going to move in every little moving part. You have not done that because you think it's grunt work. Because you've placed yourself so high above everyone, you think they should just like automatically know and just support you in whatever, even when you show that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Mm-hmm. Like this right here. Somebody had to come bail you out again.
Yeah, like Shantae said, my girl Vicky had to come in and bail him. Like,
had
to save him from himself, because just as he's about to eat a rotten tomato, Victoria stands up and saves his arm. And we get to see what,
because he was choking.
Yeah, we see we just see what a great politician she is, because that's what it's all about.
That is exactly why she's in the position she's in. You know, cut to that line. Who was that? Said about Eminem and 8 Mile. You just lost the damn line. Hold on. Go ahead. Continue.
Did anybody else laugh out loud when she's sitting there giving her little speech and she said, "You are billionaires. You are smart enough to know what's best." I was like, oh my God. Like,
she knew what she needed to play to in that moment.
Stop it. That is ridiculous. Because, yeah. Oh, Mandolin wants to know, how do we feel about the portraying of Billy this season? I like Billy's arc. I think it's pretty cool. That was a pretty cool reveal that they pulled on that one last episode.
Wait, who's Billy?
Butcher.
But I always forget his fucking first name is Billy.
Everybody's first name gets hard because they all get
they all have the code names, and that's how we usually refer to them.
Which I think that's why they did that last episode. Yeah. He kept trying to say Homeland, or he kept saying John, it's Homelander. Like he was doing the clip of it. He kept calling him his real name. No, everybody just knows me as Homelander. Like you can just drop the John. And I think that was like that little homage to that.
Well, no.
Most people don't know. Most people don't know that the Deep's name is Kevin. I think that's
Kevin,
why.
Yeah, very true.
I'm saying Kevin so often. You know what I mean? So that.
I think with Homelander, I feel like it's a little bit different because even though he was still strong as a kid, obviously he still views John as a weakling that couldn't do what really needed to be done at that time.
Oh, true.
So now he's not gonna ever let himself seem to be weak if he can help it.
Jake says he's going to keep watching, but didn't totally care for this season. I can get it. This season.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. On a quick side note, the Giant Tamer just said that I think the first episode of Snowpiercer came out, so I know you'd be hyped for that one.
Word.
Sage and Vicky too. Vicky's a good character. I do like Victoria.
She really is. I really like her character, and I like Sage's character too. They are two of, I think, some of the best gray area characters that we've seen, and I kind of like how they're towing the line with them.
Yeah, bring Billy back. Well, I mean, he's kind of got his purpose, Ryan, and I mean, he's wavering, but he's sticking to it for the most part. So I like that. You and Victoria are opposite, but they're not enemies, and that's why he stepped in to talk to her later. I mean, he knew he could go there and actually just try to appeal to her like better self. But I've seen it to the end, and I like Billy's arc. Yeah, like I said, I like where Billy's.
Yeah, he's going through a lot.
Actually, you mentioned it because I don't see him as Butcher. He's Billy Big, brother type and perfecter father to me. Feel it, the Butcher. Vicky is dope. Yeah, Victoria's a great character. But yeah, Victoria literally just saved his ass, yet he looks more irritated than ever. Like, why is he so mad at her?
Because it's just another show to him. This is like his Norman Osborn Green Goblin persona taking over. That's constantly in his brain now. He doesn't like that she had to do that. And he even more so doesn't like that he has to acknowledge that in that moment he could not hack it and someone else had to step in.
Yeah, and also, like, is he maybe a little afraid now that they're gonna start looking to her for answers and leadership
Mm-hmm.
instead of him?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
he doesn't not wanna be the
Yep.
person on top.
Which he's seen the breadcrumbs with Ryan, and he thinks this is the same thing. So yeah, look at how pissed he was with other shit that happened recently with Ryan. It's ridiculous how this man's narcissism works.
Well, this wasn't a total clusterfuck, like, and there wasn't a total loss because downstairs the gimp gets free and shows our crew how to hurt a masochist. And once Annie threatened to send $100 million to Black Lives Matter, he started talking real quick. Like he tells them Homelander and
Bruh.
Sage want to use his prisons as internment camps. And it's like, okay, now we see where they're going. And it is not nice. It's about to get dark.
Well, I don't know if y'all have ever played or seen the awesome Amazon show Fallout, but it's kind of along the same concept here. All those private prisons, you could say like those are all vaults that Vault Tech has made. So they're doing all this propaganda to get a bunch of disgusting things going, and it fits right here.
Once the butler hears what Tech has planned, he just awesome himself. He's like, I've had a lifetime of dealing with this mess, but our camps are a step too far. And Alfred takes out the Batman.
Thank you. See, I didn't even think of him as Alfred. I thought of him as Benson, and I totally just dated myself because yeah, no, this is older and far more wiser Benson in a different timeline of the multiverse. And he said, okay, yeah, now you've gone too far. I will clean up your damn sex dungeon and help you with all these other things, but you trying to put motherfuckers in camp? Did you miss the melanin in my skin tone, bro? You didn't think I was gonna have to get at you about that bullshit?
Right? That was
Nah.
crazy. Mother's Milk gets seen by a doctor who says that his pass out luckily was just a panic attack. But she also says, whatever it is you're doing, you need to stop. So I was like, is Mother's Milk gonna have to quit the boys? Like they can't live without him. Like he's the heart of the whole crew, whether he's in the charge or not.
He is. I mean, but he does have to look at, yeah, if this shit is about to kill me, I might need to slow the fuck down. And I feel it on so many levels because you know the recent surgery that I had to have like a year and a half, 2 years ago, it was because I was doing too much. And my body was not doing what it should have done to get rid of bad things, and it did not because I was just at work left and right. And yeah, that shit literally, like he said, it will kill you. So yeah, you not only protect your peace, but yeah, protect your body too, because stress will wear on you.
Absolutely, you gotta protect yourself. Stay up. Then we see Kamiko really is feeling all alone. Like she tries to go visit Frenchie yet again, and he still won't see her. Like even the prison guard just says he doesn't want to see her. And poor Kamiko just writes out, "I have nowhere else
to go."
Oh,
just
Lou got
like that.
Of it all.
Bro, that hurt my fucking heart so much because it just actually, you know what? That's the answer right there. If I have to pick a favorite character for this season, it's Kimiko.
Yeah. That's why, that's what the chat was saying. They drew that line straight out of An Officer and a Gentleman, though. Just only instead of saying it was written down, and it was still just this gut punch.
And I feel like it was even more of a gut punch,
maybe
because there again is this disability that she can't let go of, and it's not really a disability in the sense of other disabilities, but this is like trauma based. So it's it hurts. It hurts so bad to see her going through that.
He just needs to quit feeling guilty. I don't know.
That's not an easy thing.
Exactly. Her heart literally sings in her dreams. Oh, yeah, that was brutal. When I read that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That was rough.
100%.
And speaking of go, Firecracker decided to go pay Homelander a visit. And at first, like, he half accuses her of being the leak, but she soon shows what a loyal servant of his she is. She said, this isn't about sex, and then squirts him right in the face with some breast milk. I was like, what kind of superpower is this?
Yo, the fucking look on his face just took me right back to the damn Dave Chappelle show. Just, breast milk, you make my day. Like,
Oh my
bruh. And just seriously, the look of surprise and shock and awe was like, he couldn't even catch his breath. He was enjoying that so much. And then the next thing we know, what happened? That he's sitting on that couch in his quote unquote mommy's arms.
Oh my God.
Tasting that delicious fresh breast milk.
But she said that there is a regimen of pills one can take to get the breast milk even when you're not pregnant. She did mention that it enlarges the heart just a tiny little bit. So I'm guessing that it's going to be more than just a tiny little bit. And at some point, her heart may go pop or give out. Or
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it said something about swelling around her brain too. But either way, all she said was, basically, I would do anything for you, even if it puts me in danger.
Yeah, she's like, it enlarges the heart a tiny little bit. I'm like, I think that's going to be a thing at some point. Maybe that's just an easy off if they ever want to get rid of her character. Like, oh, her heart's done. It gave out.
Yeah, it's really freaking weird.
And Bruce played his life, but I still feel like it's a super lame and it's kind of condescending. This show is condescending at many points, multiple points. But until she goes out, like I'm sure, like we'll get plenty of more of these images of Homelander nursing on the underneath the American flag. Like, now that's my good boy. I was like, oh my God. And another good boy not in a good place. Poor Huey is finally snapped. Like it is all bubbling over. It is too much for him to handle in his fragile state. He tells Annie he is not okay. Annie, am I okay?
This is exactly the reason that Frenchie gave him that nickname, Petite Huey, because you are just a little baby boy out in these streets. You are not ready. Stop trying to go on these away missions. Huey, let everybody else handle that. Okay. You know what you need to be? You actually need to be the guy in the chair. Okay. You need to be the one that's in the van 2 blocks down with all the surveillance cameras up, and you're just pointing out where breaks in the security are going to be, or if a new passage has opened up. That's what you should be doing.
He tried that.
Let the actual powers. He need to try again, because this again, Huey, you can't be in the field, bro. Every time you're there, some random shit fucks up, or you get hurt. And this is a big hurt because, mind you, again, the whole Eschuel assault did not fully go through, but it got far enough. And yeah, I think I would be traumatized on that level too, because he's never experienced anything like that. And that's very scary.
Way too much. But back at the barn, Samir finally comes clean with Butcher and tells him he can't make the virus. If he makes it strong enough to top Homelander, it becomes unstable and goes airborne, and there's no way to control it. So then, of course, we get the big reveal. Joe is not real and never was. So when Joe turned and snapped on Becca, I was like, what? That was pretty clean. I like that. That was dope. That was so good. We have our
100%
Sixth Sense situation going on. Like
it was so masterful. Like I feel like didn't we talk about maybe he wasn't actually there at one point in time, or was I talking to somebody else about that?
I don't know if we did that. Like I was wondering, like, is this the episode that made the House of the Dragon fans think that Alice isn't real?
That Alice is. You know what? I think that fits. I think that fits. It might be, but yeah, this here. It did definitely surprise me again, instead of surprise motherfucker, no, it's surprise Negan coming over here being able to talk to Becca. Why? Because he's just an apparition from that man's mind, the V cancer mind also, which is fucking crazy. And they did this just so well. They put it in a position to where you didn't have to look and see if anybody else was talking to Kessler or acknowledging him in any way, because they were never in a place with other people around. And that's crazy, because we actually usually catch shit like that, but we didn't catch this one.
No, that was great. And I mean, the man poured him whiskey in his own cup. Go back and show him just pouring whiskey on the table, but how are we supposed to know that? Like, come on.
Exactly. Not a real Easter egg. The shit looks so legit, and really everything that Kessler was saying, yeah, that would absolutely be the Black Ops do dirt motherfucker that he would have worked with. So yeah, that was what am I gonna put that 5,000 points to House Sleuth and random shit. That was freaking great writing there.
Yeah, that was a good reveal. I loved it, and that's what keeps me coming back to the boys. What do we think of this one? This episode as a whole. What do you feel about it? It seems like the chat's really torn.
I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. Probably going to be the highest score I give until we get to the finale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I can go that high. It gave some great reveals and it did it. I mean, I'm up there. They're all an 8 to me pretty much. But yeah, this one's 8, probably an 8, maybe an 8.5. Just there's so many just wrong.
I can dig
things. So many wrong things. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are creeping up there, but the whole Huey aspect of it all, the reveal for Butcher, I mean, this
actually, you know what?
So right and so wrong on so many levels.
No, it is, and actually, I'm going to retract that statement a little bit because, and I'm not taking future things into context here, but just looking at the journey that we had to go on here, again, I still think this episode was far more gross than Herogasm. That shit was fucking extra.
Yeah.
So I will stay close to the 9 though, and say I'll give it like an 8.75.
There you go. 8.75.
Yeah, I think that's more
right
fitting.
There. It is.
Yeah.
I think that's right where it was. I mean, it definitely had some key points that let us know. Did it advance the story hugely? I mean, it kind of did. It let us know what Homelander's grand
in
plan
some
was
places
about the intern camps and stuff. Like, we didn't see what was going on with that. So, I mean, yeah.
It gave us a little more insight into some characters, like what's her name, Firecracker, and like we already saw that she was trying to be a thought for Homelander already, but this new entry, this was extra.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's interesting.
Who snaps up? Oh, I loved it. I was here for it. We got just a couple trivia questions. We're gonna do 7 for the 7. If you guys know these and remember them, put these in the chat. If you're watching later, put in the comment section down below.
I am going to suck in this episode, just so y'all know. I lost my show notes, and yeah, I know nothing.
There you go. Maybe the chat will be able to answer it before you. Let's get it on. What movie tour was Huey on what movie tour were Huey and his mom on spreading his father's ashes?
Oh, damn it. His favorite fucking movie. It's a movie that they both couldn't stand.
Absolutely. They both hated it.
Yeah.
What movie did Huey and his mom hate that his dad loved, and they were on it spreading his ashes?
It wasn't Sleepless in Seattle, but it was a movie along those damn lines.
I thought that's what they were on, Jake, until I went back and was writing the outline and then realized what was happening. Because that's what they said.
Wait, isn't it the fucking I think they mentioned him in another show. Shit. Tom fucking Hanks, the Da Vinci Code.
That's what
with the treasure hunt shit.
Yeah, that's what his dad was talking about wanting to do in Paris, but they're still in America, and so they're just doing it through. They're doing the cheap one.
Oh.
The little tour guide was actually holding a flag with the name of the movie on it too.
Yeah,
anybody knows that watching later, put in the comment section down below. Keeping it moving. What soup did Huey sneak into the party as?
Webweaver.
Webweaver, absolutely correct. We got it back on track. Tech told Firecracker, "This is real money, blank generation money." What generation did he say?
Ouch. I know it's in the multiples with him. My brain is a little tipsy on rum, so I can't calculate how far back where his family were actually. They started off as slave catchers, so somewhere in the 1800s. I don't know how many great randoms were in there. So, but that's the reason why he has generational wealth, because they've been banking since then.
Really? Look at Jake. He just nails it. Bringing it out. Well done, you.
There you go. Good job. Because, AK was not getting the math done on that tonight.
How many boxes of Buster Beaver drawings did the new Noir said the old one had in his closet?
It was filled with those types of drawings. How many was it? 100? 1,000?
Incorrect.
500?
How many boxes did he say were in the closet? It's like, why does he have that? Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah.
It was so good. I'm
Yeah,
liking the
yeah,
Seven
yeah. I
Boxes
remember the conversation. I don't remember how many boxes he said he had.
I can't watch this show in multiples. Oh, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. Good guesses. Good guesses. That is my favorite number, but incorrect. If you guys know, put it in the comment section down below. What book opened the secret door in Tech Knight's office?
Let's see. This is again why I am pissed that I lost my freaking episode 6 notes, because I made sure to write that down because I knew that was some obscure shit
100%.
that you would ask.
Hey,
Damn
they
it.
flashed right in on it.
Yeah, let me wait. Let me check another folder.
They
Hold on.
flashed right in on it. Of course, that was going to be a question. Jake, absolutely correct. There were
It is
7 boxes of
possible.
Buster Beaver pictures in Noir's closet. Well done, you, sir.
7 boxes. Good job.
Well done, you.
And nope, not in that folder. I didn't mix them up. Damn it! Like I know I wrote that one down, but I forget what it was.
Anybody remembers the book? Put it in the comment.
Stupid computer crash.
What was the book that opened the secret door in Tech Knight's office? What was Webweaver's safe word?
Zendaya.
There we go. Back on track. Zendaya. Absolutely correct. And again, how the hell would Tech Knight know that if they just met?
And also, it's fitting because yeah, Zendaya totally is a safe space.
A secret garden. Oh, and last but not least, you already knew it was coming. What rapper's t-shirt was Eminem wearing this episode?
Oh, damn it. I had written something down about his t-shirts. And well, no, it wasn't his t-shirts. It was his ringtones for people.
Feel it. Anybody knows that? What t-shirt was Eminem wearing this episode? If you know that, put in the comment section. If you're watching later, put it in the comments down below.
I do not remember.
Not for this one, it wasn't, Jake.
What happened?
My Little Pony coloring book. Their guy.
Yeah, no, that's you probably might have seen that in a Deadpool ad.
Incorrect. I feel it.
Was it? Oh, I don't know. 2 Live Crew? No, it wasn't 2 Live Crew. You wouldn't wear 2 Live Crew. Yeah, I forget.
Oh, but that's gonna do it for us. Absolutely, still loving the boys. I'm here for it. Like I said, I've seen the next episode. I have about 3/4 of the outline written out, and we will be ready to go with episode 7 and the finale. Next one. Oh, that is
for sure.
And that is incorrect, but great guesses. Oh, but that's gonna do it for us. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, has an absolutely even better weekend. We're gonna see you guys next Tuesday for the Dragons. You guys be easy. Take care.
Speaking of them dragons, always bet on black.